So many people, it would be great if we could see a few more. So get texting, Facebook, Twitter, do it. Right, I'll start off by saying the obvious. What is the bedroom tax? Just in case there's anyone stood here, I doubt it, who is a little bit unsure of what it actually entails. The bedroom tax is a reduction of the housing benefit awarded to tenants on means-tested benefits due to them having a spare room in their homes. This means that people affected are left with a weekly income that is less than the sum that the government has calculated is the lowest amount that a person can survive on each week. Stop me if I'm wrong. These tenants, with the exception of private rent, are all in properties that the housing department has awarded them, that the housing department has put them in, okay? Mostly they live where they do because they have been put there, not because they have had the luxury of choice. And yet they are subjected to charges, even though the decision to place them in an oversized property was taken out of their hands and made by somebody else in an office somewhere completely different. How can that be fair? The answer is very simple. It isn't. It's disgusting. Since the introduction of the bedroom tax, we have seen a rapid decline in living standards in our poorest sections of society. Single people and families, young or old, able-bodied or disabled, the government doesn't care. They don't care that there are people faced with the choice of whether to eat or to pay their bills. Gas, electric, rent, council tax and bedroom tax charges combined see people struggling to survive on a negative income, causing them negative mental and physical afflictions that the government and this council refuse to be held accountable for. Well, are you and everyone else here today are holding them to account? Single parents are being threatened not only with eviction for not being able to make those rent payments, but with having their children taken into care in the event of them becoming homeless at the hands of the people in this building right here. Yeah. Are we going to stand for this? No. Sorry, can we just go through that again? I don't think I can hear you in there. Are we going to stand for this? No. Did you hear that, Julie? Single person households that are under occupying due to the death of a partner or the death of a child are being threatened with eviction. Is this the way we expect our council to serve this city? No. Disabled tenants and foster carers being charged for sorely needed spare rooms for use by carers or children in need should never have been subjected to this charge in the first place. In fact, nobody should have. And I'm going to tell you why. Why, oh why, was this ridiculous scheme ever introduced? Some bright spark, and I use the term very loosely, thought up a great way to free up all those under-occupied social homes. Wouldn't it be great to penalise the tenants in those properties, thus forcing them to downsize? Yeah. What nobody failed to point out during this marvellous melting pot of the world's most stupid ideas was the tremendous lack of said properties. There are a lot of facts and figures flying around about the bedroom tax, so I'm going to get to the point short and very simple. There are currently around 7,000 people in this city alone that have had their housing benefit reduced. Obviously due to under-occupancy. There are currently 134 one-bedroom properties available in this city, and that figure, ladies and gents, comes from the Sheffield Property Shop website. This means that even if those 134 people can be allocated into those homes, then there are still 6,800 166 people who should currently not be paying the extra rent because there is nowhere for them to go. There is nowhere for them to downsize to. This council isn't downsizing people to smaller properties. It's downsizing people to the gutter. Well, they're trying damned hard to, and we're not going to let them, are we? Are we? Ed Miliband has pledged to abolish the bedroom tax. If Labour comes into power in 2015, our tenants and residents are not prepared to wait until then. City councillors, if you want to retain your seats, you will pledge not to evict, regardless of any bully boy tactics and enforced payment plans. Because people need your help, and they need it now. Not in 2015, they need it now. The council has already admitted that implementing the housing benefit reduction is costing the city money. It is not freeing up homes, it is not saving money, but instead running at a deficit, which means that the bedroom tax is officially not only affecting those that are paying the extra rent, but every single resident in this city. Regardless of your postcode, regardless of your income, regardless of your age, regardless of ability or gender, you name it, the bedroom tax is affecting every single resident in this city. We're all affected, we're in this together, entirely of the government's construct. And what this is a despicable, disgusting, heinous, terrifying and very real example of social cleansing that we will fight until we see it abolished. With more people joining the fight every day, we will see it abolished. It's only a matter of time before the choice is no longer the government's or the council's, but the people's. And we will choose who sits on seats in that building right there. Yes, we will. Unless you take a stand and look after your residents, councillors Julie Dore and co, come 2015, you're not going to find yourselves anywhere other than the job centre. Enough is enough. Also, I've got to say that I was appalled to receive a right to buy letter this week. Just give me a moment. Surely selling off the badly needed social housing stock isn't a good idea. It only serves to further support the theory that the government is trying to get rid of all social housing entirely. One last thing before I go. It's winter and low-income homes and families are having to rely more and more on food banks due to higher heating bills. I don't have a lot, but I can donate one item per week to my local food bank when I do my weekly shop. And I'm asking you on behalf of people that need it the most to do the same. If not that, maybe buy your nearest big issue seller a cup of tea when you're next in town. A warm drink can be the difference between surviving the winter or not. And remember to support your local independent businesses like Feast down on Chapel Walk, or Zuby's in the Winter Gardens, or perhaps Blooming Cafe next to the cathedral, to name just a few of our excellent independent retailers. Because it's due to the unfair but entirely legal tax avoidance by companies like Starbucks that we are in this mess. Thank you for listening. And before I go, will you join me in a little chant that goes like this?